our job is just 3 games left. We got to get 9 points. So that's kind of where the mindset is the win against Sac was one of our best performances all season. Even going back to those wins we had at the beginning of the season, our counterattacking the last couple weeks has been really lethal. Getting Xavi on the ball and releasing forwards and wingers has been key for us.
Do you have any cool off-season plans coming up?
Yeah, I'm getting married.
That will qualify?
Yeah, I'm getting married, going on my honeymoon in December, so I'm really excited for that.
Hey everyone, it's Andrew Martin with the Union Report and Monterey Bay FC podcast. No, this is not an inflationary episode. Chris Moulton, who's usually with us, is out of town, but he will be returning shortly. But in the meantime, we're joined by local legend Pierce Gallaway. How are you doing today, Pierce?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for coming on in. So we'll just jump right into the questions. I think the hot story this week is the result that the club got this past weekend against Sacramento, a 1-0 victory. It was just a really terrific full team effort, and was just hoping that you could talk a little bit about what went into preparing and executing against such a tough opponent.
Yeah, I think it was mainly building off the performance the previous weekend against New Mexico, where it felt really solid almost the whole way through. We got the goal to go up 1-0, and then unfortunately we conceded late on, but like that performance, we felt okay, there's something here, something to build on. New Mexico's also a really good team in this league, so getting a point against them in the manner that we did it, where we felt kind of like we were on top of them the whole game, like, okay, let's just try to replicate what we did against New Mexico, be a little more solid defensively, especially if we're protecting the lead at the end. And yeah, I think the win against Sac was one of our best performances all season. Even going back to those wins we had at the beginning of the season, like you said, Sac being such a well-known dominant team in this league and really giving them nothing, and keeping a clean sheet and feeling like we were kind of in charge the whole game. So I think defensively the structure was really good, and then going forward, our counterattacking the last couple of weeks has been really lethal. Getting Xavi on the ball and releasing forwards and wingers has been key for us.
Yeah, it felt, at least from the stands, that the physicality that you guys kind of showed across, 1 through 11 on the pitch really showed up against Sacramento, and they were maybe not a little surprised at that.
Yeah,
but you were really doing the same preparation kind of game plan as before. So that's
yeah.
Very cool. During that match, it was really fun to hear the energy from the fans at Cardinale, especially the drumming and the chants that were coming, out of the supporter section. How does that affect all of you and your teammates during a match when you're hearing that, or can you hear that?
Sometimes I hear it, sometimes I'm not. Like when I'm directly involved in a play, I'm just like locked in on what's going on. But there's times where we'll get the ball, and like we'll have a winger running down the side, and I hear the fans, the energy, the noise starts to pick up a bit when we're getting on an attack. I'm like, yes, like this is what we need. This is fuel for us. So we really appreciate it, and just the overall atmosphere. I think Saturday was great. Obviously, it's awesome to win, and that helps. But I think the fans have been with us this whole season, so I definitely means a lot to me, and I know a lot of the other guys as well.
Yeah. So with 3 matches left, the club is currently just outside of the final playoff spot in the Western Conference, but definitely still a very good chance of making the playoffs depending on how results go. What's the chatter been like between you and your teammates about this, last postseason push?
I mean, we pretty much know that we've got to win all 3 games to even have a chance, considering where we're at with games played and the teams above us playing less games. So, I mean, our job is just 3 games left. We got to get 9 points. So that's kind of where the mindset is obviously based on the last weekend's game against Sac, and then even the performance against New Mexico. Like, we know it's there. We know it's in us. So it's just about taking it 1 game at a time, 3 points, 3 points, 3 points, and then we'll see where we are.
Yeah. What was the energy like in the clubhouse Saturday after you secured those 3 points?
It was pretty good. I mean, it'd been so long, and especially like having so many near wins, we just couldn't get it over the line. Like the Tulsa game, the New Mexico game, the Colorado game, especially coming from the week before, where it's like, like 1 point is great, but like 3 was right there. And so to get 3 the following weekend, like it was a really good feeling. Really good feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, as a midfielder, the ball often flows through you
Mhm.
and Wes, who also, defensive mid, attacking mid. And I like to describe the defensive mid position in particular as being kind of like a door hinge. You have to make that decision if the ball is going to go forward or go backwards.
Yeah.
That's obviously a second decision that you have to make when you do that. What goes into your thought process when you're deciding whether or not you're going to play the ball safe and put it backwards, or if you're going to take a chance and try to advance it?
Like you said, it's such a quick decision to make, and I'm just making it based off the small amount of information I have from where I can see other players on the field. So like you're taught from when you're young to always be checking your shoulder when you're receiving a ball. So when I receive the ball, I should know, am I free to go forward, or is there a guy coming? Or if he's coming from the side, then I can play to the other side. If he's coming from this side, so just reading where the pressure's coming from is the most important part. I mean, there's usually nothing wrong with playing it safe and playing it back, but the best players in the world don't do that. They're trying to turn and play forward as much as possible. So obviously that's the goal. And if I'm free and have no pressure, or if I can do a move to avoid the pressure and play forward, I'm going to do that every time I can. So it's just about using the small amount of information I have and just making a split-second decision and hoping that I made the right decision. And I'd like to think I make it more times than not, so I'm at this level. But
Yep.
it's a learning process, and just finding comfort and on the field is the biggest thing. Just feeling like out there, you're not thinking about anything else other than the information and that's coming at you from the other team.
Yeah. All 2 million bits of information.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it is. We're just processing information out there,
Yeah.
making decisions based on that.
Yeah. Now, something I've always been really curious about is when a penalty kick is awarded. Can you kind of talk about what usually goes into determining who's going to take that kick? Is there any competition for the honors, or is it usually pretty straightforward?
Usually it's like decided already who the penalty kick taker is. So when there's when we have a penalty kick, it's not like a surprise who's going to take it. Everyone's like, all right, so and so's been decided by the coach, by whoever, and so it doesn't matter really the circumstance. Penalty kick, he gets the ball, pretty much, sort of thing.
All right, so no player's going to be like, step aside, I got this.
Shouldn't happen.
Right.
Shouldn't happen. Ideally, yeah. It's pre-planned, so that leaves no room for anything like that.
Sure.
Hopefully,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah. In your opinion, what is the most difficult soccer skill or tactic to learn and to perfect?
I think scoring free kicks is really hard. Being a free kick specialist, where like 25 yards out. I mean, you don't see a lot of free kicks scored, especially in our league, even in Premier League, Europe, and whatnot. I think it's a bit of a dying art as well. But if you're like a free kick specialist within 25 yards, and that's one thing though that just takes practice and reps. So I think being really good free kick taker, being able to scare a goalie every time you're over the ball, like 25 yards out, is pretty difficult to do.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of hours, a lot of reps.
Yeah. Oh, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Now that you're in your second season with MBFC, what do you think you've personally improved on the most from year 1 to year 2?
I think the biggest thing for me is just playing with more confidence and just being able to reveal more parts of my game and skills that I'm good at, where previously I was, new to the team, new to the professional level. So trying to playing a little more inside myself. I'm like, just don't make mistakes, just play it here, simple passes, side, backwards and whatnot. But now I feel like I've grown as a player, matured a bit, and have a lot more confidence where I can start to show more parts of my game and not be as scared to make mistakes and know that I'm out there for a reason. So I wouldn't really say it's like one part of my game that's improved. It's more a mentality which lets more parts of my game come through, which probably weren't as obvious last season.
Yeah, I can imagine the like feeling more confident just
Yeah.
lets you open up more.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Teammates trusting me more, and so I would say that kind of contributes to what you guys have seen this season.
Right. Now, you've now played more than a full year under Jordan as the head coach.
Yeah.
Is there a key bit of knowledge that you could identify that you've picked up from him?
He's just a really intense and passionate guy. So I know when I'm out there, I'm trying to play for him and trying to have that same sort of intensity and energy that he has and he had as a player. So that's really important to me. Like when I'm out there, I'm working as hard as I can.
Does he tell you guys a lot of war stories from his career?
He hasn't really, no.
No?
I mean, I'm sure if we asked, he would.
Yeah.
He's a pretty open book, but he's not leading with that. He's not like shoving it in our faces that, he's a Premier League player and
Back in the day, he walked, to practice both ways uphill, and then
yeah.
now,
Yeah, no, he's not leading with that, which I think is good. He's a humble guy, and we respect that about him. Obviously, as a very successful, accomplished player.
absolutely. Now, growing up in Carmel, you're one of current several local guys on the club, and as a youngster, I know that you played for Monterey County FC,
Hmm.
I believe the Earthquakes Academy, or like a
Breakers Academy.
Breakers Academy.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, and more. And out of all of those experiences playing locally as a youth, how do you believe that those experiences helped shape you to where you are today with your professional career?
Well, when I was playing for MCFC, that was my first like travel soccer experience. Like before that, it was all whatever like YMCA rec soccer around here. So when I was doing that, that was about just growing my passion and love for the game, playing with my best friends. Like we were really good, so we'd play a ton of tournaments, win a ton of trophies every summer. It was just fun, and then that grew my like passion and love for the game. Like, yes, obviously I want to keep doing this. And then when I went to Breakers, it was taking kind of a step forward, soccer getting a bit more serious. I was going into like middle school, high school age. Um, and I was kind of like pushing myself a little bit where the first year I went to Breakers, I was playing up a year. So I was playing with 99s and 2000s, and I was 2001, and I knew like this is going to be a learning experience. It's not going to click right away playing up. Um, and yeah, I think, all those experiences, just like anyone would contribute to where I am now. You're learning things along the way and learning to love the game. And yeah, I'm just grateful that I can come back here as a professional when I started here as well. So it's really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Now, for any kids that might be listening out there, um, what can they do if they're interested in trying to climb to the next ladder of what they're trying to do with soccer, whether that be make a school team, make a varsity, make a college team, or maybe even one day go pro?
Yeah.
What can they do now?
The biggest thing I would recommend is just putting in the work. Like you might not see the results right away. Might not see the results in a year, but eventually if you continue to put in the work day after day and really apply yourself to your craft, you will see the results eventually. And that's something like I can say for myself is you put in the work, you want to see instant results. You want to see, all right, coach is noticing me. I'm getting better. I'm getting more playing time, but it's not always going to work like that. But over time, if you are putting in the work, you will get the rewards.
Awesome. That's good advice, I think. Now that you're a grizzled pro, is it easier to get in shape for a new season or stay in shape and ahead of the bumps and bruises towards the end of a season?
I would say like getting in shape for a new season is like I don't think it's hard, but there's a difference between like match fitness and like doing all the running in the off season that you can do, and then you get to that first preseason game, you're like, wow, I'm not even close to fit. So it's like you can only really do so much in the off season. Like you can be winning all the fitness challenges, doing, all the runs you want, but like until you really play like a first preseason game, you you realize how unfit you are. So I think it wouldn't really be possible to get match fit like on your own on preseason without like actually getting those matches.
Mhm.
And then what was the other part of the question?
Just during the season, obviously it's staying in shape and
Yeah,
staying ahead of kind of the bumps and bruises
yeah,
that you're picking up along the way.
yeah. I'm fortunate enough. I've not really dealt with many like recurring injuries and stuff like that, but I just obviously try to take good care of my body, and especially in times when I'm not when I wasn't playing a lot and not getting a lot of minutes, like making sure I still am doing fitness. So then when I am called to start or I need to step up and play big minutes, that I'm not like, oh, I haven't played a game in 2 months. Like I'm not fit at all. That's reflects poorly on me. And like I want to be able to jump in and contribute. So doing fitness on the side, even while we're training and stuff. So, all right, I'm called to start. Like I still have the fitness and can jump in and not really skip a beat.
Yeah, so it kind of goes back to your advice to kids: do the work, stay
Yeah.
prepared.
It'll come. A
It,
chance will come. So that's what I would say. Yeah.
yeah. Now, obviously, there's still a lot to play for during the final three matches of the
Hmm.
season, but once that is all said and done, however that may end up, do you have any cool off-season plans coming up
Yeah, I'm getting married.
that will qualify?
Yeah, I'm getting married, going on my honeymoon in December. So I'm really excited for that.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you able and willing to share where you're going on your honeymoon?
We're going to Mexico.
Ah,
Yeah, we're really excited. That'll just be a complete disconnect, unplug. No one call or text
yep.
me. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah. Leave a message.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we reached the end of our regular question
Okay.
portion. We do have a quick, totally random edition of rapid fire if you're willing to answer those.
Yeah, let's
Could
do
be
it.
anything. We're going to try to, well, we're not going to try to trick you, but we'll see what you have to say to these, okay?
Okay.
First question, very importantly, is a hot dog a sandwich?
No,
No.
it's its own thing, I think.
I agree. I agree with you, I think. Which of your teammates is the one guy you would not want to meet in a dark alley?
Ooh. Everyone on the teams they're all nice guys, but I would say Laura or Nico Gordon. I think those are just like the two toughest guys. Big mismatch physically. I think they'd run anyone over.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Is there a next movie that you're looking forward to or hoping to watch actually in a theater?
I don't really watch movies. I have no idea about like new movies that are coming out, honestly. I'm more of a TV show guy, so yeah.
Is there any TV show coming up you're looking for, like a streaming series or anything like that?
I really liked Mobland on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
I think I haven't heard about a new season coming out, but I would definitely be on the look for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
People that drive too slow.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
That are especially in the fast lane. Get over.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Would you rather parachute out of an airplane or knit a blanket?
Parachute out of an airplane.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
no. No, I could watch paint dry, knit a blanket, anything to avoid jumping out of a plane.
I'd try it, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with that. And our final rapid fire question is, with Halloween coming up in the next few weeks, what's the best costume you ever wore?
I don't know how old I was, but me and my brother were really into James Bond. I think we were in like elementary school, so we both dressed up as James Bond and wore tuxedos.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the questions that we have for you today, Pierce. Again, we really want to thank you for joining us and wish you all the best with the upcoming match against Tampa Bay on Saturday and the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Congratulations on getting married, and I'm sure we'll talk to you again in the future.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. And for this week, this is the Union Report of Monterey Bay FC podcast, and we'll see you next time.